Hi, I'm Brendan from the San Francisco Inner Circle. We are here at the Civic Center in San Francisco downtown. It's actually a really relevant place because I've been here all day. I've been day gaming all day, and actually I am 5 months from actually becoming 21. So I'm excited to do night game, but at the same time I wanted to make this video while I'm here in this place in my life because I wanted to tell you about why day game is my love of my life right now and why you should love it as well. And it has been such a journey for me. I started out in malls and just street corners, and I've found that San Francisco is the place I want to be right now. The day game is actually pretty interesting. The people are very crazy. And there's a couple of things that I wanted to address as far as why day game is so important. I want more people to open their eyes to it. I feel like I've heard a lot of things about how day game is, it's frustrating. You have to search for a long time to find good sets. You have to look for a long time to find quality girls, and overall the success is not the same. And that's true. There's a lot of things about day game that these are truths. If you go out at night, you're gonna find a lot of women who are, it's a condensed environment, it's tailored for social interaction, and the women are out there looking for a good time. Now, but there's things that are important lessons, and I'm talking about learning here. I'm talking about learning game, and I'm talking about learning about yourself. And there's a lot of lessons that you can learn from day game. So, for example, like a lot of guys, they start out in a position where they're looking for sex, and that's so fucking true. When I started out, I'm like, goddamn, I just want to get fucking laid. I just want to fuck some fucking bitches. I want to go out, I want to get laid. But at the same time, I've learned over time that there's more lessons to be learned, and I want to share them with you now so that you can hopefully cut that part of the learning curve off. Whenever someone shares a video with you, whenever someone teaches you something new, it's an opportunity for you personally to cut that part of your learning curve so that you can actually learn these lessons without having to experience them. You will experience them ultimately, but at the same time, this is going to be helpful for you. So let me be more specific. So when you're out doing the day game, you approach a girl. And Julian did a video about this recently. I thought it was very good, but at the same time, there were some things I think you could be more specific. I think could have been more specific. So there's lessons to be learned from these interactions when you go up to a girl. There's a lot more than just the success or the failure. A lot of people see that initially. It was either success or failure, but I've learned that what I'm learning when I'm with a girl is I'm learning about myself by observing myself when I'm in the set with a girl. I can see how I'm reacting to her, I can see how she's reacting to me, and I've learned a lot of lessons about how she is actually in a certain place or time in her life, and I'm finding out about her. For me, it's about learning to interact with human beings. That was a hard lesson for me to learn, is that these girls aren't here just for sex, they're humans. And I'm thinking about all the girls I've met, and at first, like, it almost like, it's like I knew these girls, but I didn't even know the girls I was dating. It was insane. I'd go on a date with a girl, and because I'd think about fucking her the whole time. That was my goal, is to have sex with her, but she was not a person that I knew. I didn't know these girls. So my new goals and my new way I think about things is I want to go up and I want to meet this girl. I want to meet the girl that she really is. I want to meet the person she is when she's with close friends. I want to be someone that she can be close with. And for me to do that, I have to learn to be a person who's open with her, is communicating with her in a way that says, like, I'm not here to judge you, but at the same time, I actually want to learn about you. Now, it takes a lot of calibration to become a person that she wants to be open with and share something deep with her, share something deep with you, but at the same time not being too needy. That's kind of comes with like a little bit of just experience, but I think overall it's better to go in with a mindset of like, what can I learn from this situation? What can I take away from what I just had? Like, I go up to a girl, I say hi. Something I go with often is just like, hey, you know, I thought you're cute. It's very honest for me and it feels really good. It's my default approach. And I say, hey, I think you're really cute. What's going on with you? What are you doing in your life? I will ask her interview style questions because that's the best way for me to get to know her. But it comes from a place of me being genuinely interested. Remember that. Genuine interest in human beings. So I ask her, I say, you know, like, what are you doing with your life? What are you going? What do you want to be doing? and they're very surface level questions, but then there's an opportunity for me to know her a little bit deeper, and I will take those chances as well. So it's really about what I've learned about her, and I put the focus on her as well. That was a hard lesson for me to learn, putting the focus on her and not on me. When I feel anxious, it's because I want something from it. I want her to validate my existence somehow. But if I can be completely selfless in the interaction, I find that it goes a lot better off, and I learn something about her. So these girls where oftentimes they have boyfriends or something, the ones that feel refreshing for me and that feel right are the ones where I walk away and I'm like, wow, that's a good conversation. I didn't get a number. I've had days, to be completely honest, I have days where I'll go out and I get no numbers, because that's just not the way it's working out that day. The girl has a boyfriend, logistics are bad, it's just not meant to be, and I don't want the number. It's not important to me, and I don't give a fuck about it. So there's days for me where I go out and I have no numbers, but what I'm learning is exponentially great for my potential. And for basically what I want to be learning is happening. That's my criteria for success. I'm going out and I am interacting in a very genuine way. I'm being completely myself, and if she rejects me, like, it's not my fault. It's not even on me. It's whatever's going on with her at the time. So I can walk away feeling confident about it, and at the same time, I know I'm growing. That's all that really matters for day game. And that's really what sums it up for me. That's what makes it feel good and important, is when I go out, I get excited to learn about myself, and I get excited to see how I interact with other people. When I feel like nervous, or however I feel, if I go out feeling nervous, I'm more excited about that day of day game, because I know there's going to be a lot more to learn, and that's what keeps me in it, is because I'm never completely comfortable with myself or the interaction, but that's how I know to be interested in it. That's how I know to keep going. That's how I know it's important. I just want to touch up a little bit about how people don't have time for day game. I know that it's kind of something that takes a lot of time out of your day, but remind yourself that pickup is something that you are, not something that you do. So I like to go out and intentionally spend my day doing pickup. But if you're on the bus and you see that girl and you see her anywhere, if you know there's a chance and there's literally nothing between you and her to go up and say hi to her, that's your chance, man. And if it's 5 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, say hi, say anything, say any dumb thing. It's probably one of my best advice that I can give. The best advice I can give is just say any dumb thing to the girl and see what happens. See how it feels, and feel how it feels to interact with her. So that's a good advice for people who just don't have the time for it, is really just take that minute or two to get there, and go for that. So and another thing that kind of comes up is, like, I know that I have not had a lot of actual night game experience. Sorry, I've not had a lot of night game experience, but at the same time, I've been out at night, which is like the age-old question: is night game different from day game? And something that's super important for day game that I've learned is, like, the feedback that you're getting is very genuine. Now, I know these girls have places to go, they have things to do, but what you're getting from them is a real kind of feedback about the kind of person that you're coming across as. And for me, it's been really nice, because every girl that I've ever been with that I've met through day game, I know that they're interested in me, because I don't have to question that shit. So for day game, I might have to figure out how to get over, meeting drunk girls and stuff like that. But I feel like that's not even really talked about too much. But these girls are not sober; they're not in their natural state, so it's a lot of a different environment. And that's why day game's important. Day game's a true test of who you are, and it's a true test of where you are. These girls might not be sucking your dick, or like they might not show complete interest, but if they're gonna stop and chat with you and they actually have a good conversation, you can really actually gauge how you're doing. So it's like when you go out, you're facing yourself. That's what you're really doing. You're facing yourself, and when you expose yourself, you learn. And that's basically what it is. We were talking to some guys the other day, and I mentioned to them, like, look guys, this is like probably one of the main things I actually really want to talk about, is like, success is not when you learn. When you fuck a girl, you're not learning. It's everything leading up to that and everything in between. It's the actions that you made to get there, and the success is just kind of like a reward of putting yourself there. But at the same time, like, so that's why I said I can go out and I can get zero fucking numbers in a whole day, and I can feel successful, and I feel really, really good about myself, because I'm learning all these other things all these other things that I'm paying attention to, I'm putting my focus on about what I can learn from these situations, and I'm having real genuine conversations. That's my criteria for success. You need to set your own criteria for your success, but my criteria for my success is, did that come across as genuine? Was I being myself? Where was it coming from when I was speaking, and how did it feel? And then also, like, did she really get a chance to know who I was? Did I express myself? Did she know who I was? And that's important, because that's how she knows me. That's how she knows I'm different. That's how she knows I'm unique, is I was able to express myself in that way. So that's pretty much it. As far as how to gain a lot of value out of day game and why I think it's so much more valuable to spend that time. You're not spending your time on necessarily getting a lot of success, because it is a difficult environment to pull from. It's not tailored for that, but there's a lot of lessons to learn, which is why I go out and do day game. And the last thing I wanted to end with is I wanted to give a quick tip on your RAS, the reticular activation system is something I wanted to kind of talk about. I was thinking about today, I was walking around, and this is actually what I was working on as I was day gaming today. And your RAS is basically what your mind focuses on, what has value to you, and it's a old instilled survival system. We look at what has value to us. Now, I wanted to take a little bit more control as far as what I was looking at and what I was focusing on, because we're always focusing on something. We're always focused on something, whether it's the thoughts in our head or what's right in front of us. We're focusing on something. So today, I shifted my focus onto the girls. Like, I'm looking at a crowd. San Francisco has a lot of people passing by very, very quickly. There's a lot going on. I walk a little bit slower, and I spend my time searching through the crowd. I look at the girls, I look for the more attractive girls, and then I look for like their availability. If they're in a big group, I might give them basically a little mark about how I feel about them. Like, it's a quick decision about how important I think it is to talk to them. So I look at a big group and I say, oh, maybe it's possible, or if it's risky, or she's very gorgeous, I need to do it no matter what. And it actually kind of is based on looks for me, because like that's how I think as a man. I definitely look for more attractive girls. I'm not wasting my time with anybody these days. So I look at them, I kind of give them a quick decision, and then I move on. So I'm shifting my vision quickly. If I see a girl that's not available, or she's with a boyfriend, I don't waste my time looking at her. I'll shift my vision to something else. And my focus, actually, I'm shifting my focus. So I'll quickly move my focus around until I find a girl who's available, and then I go for it. And like, once I see her, I lock on, I decide there's really no reason that I shouldn't be talking to this girl. Then I make a decision to go up and talk to her. And that was actually really cool. It was a really interesting experiment for me, as far as like how to be more on purpose when I'm out and approaching. And I found that it was really effective for my focus, because when I get tired, I kind of like end up just spacing out. And at that point, and this is very important for a lot of people, I'm not looking for the girls that I want to approach. I'm trying not to see them by spacing out, even unconsciously. So a lot of guys, they're not looking for the girls. You say, hey, like, go talk to that girl. They're not even looking for her. Train yourself to be the kind of person that looks for opportunity. And when you see value, you see opportunity, train yourself to look for opportunity, instead of basically just trying not to see what you don't want to be doing. Remember what you're doing when you're out. Remember what you're doing when you're there. Remember that your game should be on purpose, and that you didn't learn this shit for no reason. And value your time. Value your time when you're out. And you got one shot at this shit. You got one shot to go out and make a difference for your life. And remember, this is the one chance I'll get to meet and take this opportunity. So take those opportunities, and that's pretty much all I have to say for today. I hope that you learned a lot. That's pretty much it. Thank you.